Stephanie McMahon, the chief brand officer of WWE, took to Twitter today to announce that she is taking a leave of absence from the company. What does that mean going forward? We don't know, but we're going to talk about it. Plus, Edge teasing everyone on social media on Paige. He put up a little tweet with Paige. Does that mean that she's joining Judgment Day? Roman Reigns, our tribal chief, will continue to be on TV throughout the summer. Johnny Elite makes his debut on AEW. What's his status with the company? And the latest with Naomi. And what's her status with her contract in WWE? It's a special edition of the top story here on Sports Keto Wrestling. Hit that link or your stink. Here we go.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out!
Watch out, watch out, watch out. When I say watch, you say out. Watch.
Out.
Yeah, buddy. Welcome, everyone, to the top story. It is me, Jose G, and Jeremy Bennett here. Kevin has a day off. He is moving. So send him some high vibrations, send him some positive vibes, because moving can be pretty stressful. But we got a ton of news for you guys today. Stephanie McMahon announcing that she's taking a leave of absence. Some more news on Roman Reigns and Naomi. The stuff continues. As always, guys, make sure you are subscribing to the YouTube channel. We're well on our way to 30,000. Thank you guys so much. We're like at 29,500 right now. So, guys, head on over there, smash the like button, smash that notification bell so you don't miss any new stuff that we're dropping. We just dropped a brand new exclusive interview with Paul Heyman, the special counsel to our tribal chief, Roman Reigns. He has some really interesting things to say about The Rock, which we will be running a clip of it later in the show. So make sure you guys stay tuned. Let's jump into the top story today. Jeremy, Stephanie McMahon, she announced on Twitter, as I'm getting ready to put the show together, that she's taking a leave of absence from WWE. She put out a tweet earlier today. She said, as of tomorrow, I will be taking a leave of absence from the majority of my responsibilities at WWE. WWE is a lifelong legacy for me, and I look forward to returning to the company that I love after taking this time to focus on my family. We did have an update on Sean Ross Sapp, from Sean Ross Sapp, as to pertaining to what happened here. We don't have a whole lot of information, but we do have a little bit of an update.
Yeah, just literally that tweet came out about an hour ago, and then the follow-up shortly after from Sean Ross Sapp on Fightful Select. They have heard rumblings that Stephanie has been less involved in WWE as of late, and of course we haven't really seen her on television either. He says the rumors that she's been pushed out of her position have been quickly shut down. Of course, we all know what she tweeted. We just posted that up there. And that is basically all there is to the Sean Ross Sapp report. Once they have more information, they will report it. But right now, they do confirm that she was not pushed out of her position, her current position. So we don't know why she's taking time off either. Obviously, that's kind of personal, so we probably don't really need to know, even though a lot of people in the wrestling fandom think they have to know.
Yeah, and it's interestingly enough, because a lot of people that pay attention to the McMahon family make that comparison to Succession, that HBO show, the billionaire families, being so cutthroat with each other. I don't know if this is the situation, and I can see where a lot of the fan base is like, oh, she got pushed out just like Triple H did. It's like, that's not the case. We don't know exactly what's going on here. Maybe it's a personal thing. Maybe she just wants to be at home. Maybe she's just burnt out and just needs to take literally some time off from being at the office and traveling so much. Who knows? But everybody deserves to have a little bit of time off. I don't see this as a bad thing. The fact that she took the time to put it on Twitter to let everyone know, I'm taking some time off. Don't freak out. I will be back. It is kind of comforting in my opinion. And if you're a shareholder, also you should be comforted that she is coming back and she's just taking a leave of absence.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm sure we'll get more information as time goes on, but at the same time, she has not been involved on camera with them. She does do some work. She has been involved with a lot of the more philanthropic. I can't even say the word philanthropic. What am I trying to say? I can't philanthropic or whatever. I can't say the damn.
Yes.
It's been a long damn day. She's been doing a lot of other business side things with WWE, making appearances and things like that. Obviously, has not been on television in a long time. Neither has Triple H, of course, deservedly so with his heart attack. So, yeah. So I guess once we know more, we'll let you guys know more. But
Well, one thing I want to say that I see 120 of you here watching the show live. We're simulcasting on YouTube, Facebook, and on Twitch. If you're here right now, slam and smash that like button, guys. I want you to engage with the show. Throw off those heart emojis, the laugh emojis, the angry emojis. Sound off in the comments. Let us know what you think about Stephanie McMahon taking a leave of absence. Is this a big deal? Is it not that big of a deal? I want to hear what you guys. Vince fired her. I want to hear what you guys have to say about it, but make sure you guys are engaging with the show. Awesome. By the way, also last night we had our very first Twitch exclusive stream getting over on Twitch. Jeremy and myself were on there. We started with the WWE draft, filling out the roster for Jeremy SmackDown, which is a loaded roster, is a great roster. So if you guys didn't catch that episode, head on over to Twitch and you can watch the replay from last night. So go ahead and do that right now.
yeah, we're looking at doing some giveaways sometime in the future, some fun giveaways involving the video game itself, and you could be represent maybe a superstar in the ring, and maybe if your superstar wins, you might win a prize. So we got a lot of fun stuff ahead on our Twitch channel. Make sure you just go to Twitch and search for Sportskeeda Wrestling, all one word, and we will be. We'll let you know when we're live again. It may be next week. It may be a couple weeks. I know it's not going to be next Wednesday after Dynamite because I got a concert to go to. Even though the concert's early, I could get home in time maybe, but no guarantees. So we're going to probably just play it by ear. Maybe next Thursday, maybe 2 weeks from yesterday. We'll figure it out, but we'll let you know as soon as we do.
I really like this comment from behind the script. All Stephanie is doing is taking a vacation. Everyone needs to calm down. And that is that she's just stepping away. It's no big deal until we hear that she's been fired. Then we can be worried.
So leave of absence
exactly. So
people don't know what that means in the business world.
Exactly. Just chill. Everybody.
It means the exact same thing in WWE as it does in the business world.
All right, man. Let's go into our next story here. Edge started teasing the entire fan base earlier today on social media by putting up a tweet with the picture of not only Paige but also a picture of Tommaso Ciampa. But the one that really raised the eyebrow for everyone is Paige, because Paige has been out with a neck injury for several years. She made a very brief return, then she got injured again. And now she's been kind of hinting here and there on social media that she is looking to return. We've seen Edge recover from a neck injury, make a full-fledged return. And Paige kind of feels the same way that, if Edge could do it, I could do it. Do we see this happen? I want to see this.
Oh, I absolutely want to see it. But, she's under contract and they're doing absolutely nothing with her. So, this would be, even if she can't wrestle, just having her there would be a tremendous thing to have, because again, you got her under contract. You haven't used her since they took Backstage off the air on FS1. So, and obviously, if she's trying to get back to an in-ring return, we've seen that the impossible can now be possible with both Edge and Bryan Danielson. So, hopefully, and Corey Graves now to an extent where he could accept physicality now. So it's it would be very exciting if she can wrestle, but even if she can't, I think it would be a tremendous addition to Judgment Day.
Even if she's just a mouthpiece, even though the group doesn't need a mouthpiece, but even if she is some type of another mouthpiece for the group, I think that can be enough to influence the magnitude of what Judgment Day is starting to become. I think this would be a great addition. I would love to see this, and I'm sure the fans will absolutely love to see this as well. It's only a matter of time. I mean, we see these WWE stars troll everyone from time to time. And this is no different. He also put a picture up of Tommaso Ciampa. And Tommaso Ciampa has been rumored for weeks and on end that he could be also another potential member to join Judgment Day, right around the same time that we knew that Rhea Ripley was also being targeted to join Judgment Day. We already seen that come to fruition at WrestleMania Backlash, where
Yeah.
Rhea Ripley joined Judgment Day. Now it's probably just a matter of time where we see Tommaso Ciampa, and fingers crossed, we get to see Paige.
Oh yeah, I was talking about it with Rick over on Believe, and it's like, what the hell happened with this whole Mustafa Ali thing? They just kind of disappeared. Unless they're working maybe slowly towards a fatal 4-way at Hell in a Cell involving Miz and Theory and Ali and Ciampa, but Ciampa wasn't even on camera at all on Raw this week, so it's like he's disappeared from that whole thing.
Yeah,
So that does open the door maybe to have him introduced at Judgment Day. Now I totally want what I want with Judgment Day in the short term is obviously something we've never seen, and that's a 6-person intergender Hell in a Cell match. There's nothing really that screams Hell in a Cell on the SmackDown side of things. There's no feud that really screams it. We already got it with Rollins and Edge. We all know that Roman's not competing there, so the world title ain't going to be on the line inside of Hell in a Cell. You might as well just make it 2 Raw feuds inside Hell in a Cell.
Mixed match tag, a 6-person mixed match tag match.
Yeah.
Mixed tag match inside Hell in a Cell.
Yeah.
First time ever. I think that'd be cool.
That'd be that.
And also Finn Balor was rumored as well. So you had
he still could turn. I don't want them to turn. They probably were going to turn him and did not realize how popular, much like RK Bro, maybe they switched course and didn't turn Balor because they saw how much the people liked AJ and Balor, clearly 2 former leaders of the Bullet Club. Maybe they didn't expect that kind of a positive reaction. And then, of course, when Liv threw up the 2 Sweet on Monday, that got a big pop as well, not only from the in-person or the people in attendance, but throughout the internet. Everybody loved it. So, maybe they reversed course on Finn when he was the original plan.
Certainly be interesting. I love this comment here by Stephen Chambers. If Paige joins Judgment Day, will she and Rhea get along?
Tell you what, you do some long-term story planning, and if Paige can ever get back into the ring, that's a good feud to have when one breaks away from the group.
Also, if she does end up getting back into the ring, I can easily see Paige and Rhea being women's tag team champions. So
badass.
Yeah, that would be very good.
Except I really think that they should focus on Rhea being a singles. I think she's going to hold the championship by the end of the year now with her affiliation on Judgment Day.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, why put her back into the tag division?
Yeah, they've already played the same song and dance on 2 tag teams this year alone with Nikki ASH and Liv Morgan. So I think it'd be kind of dumb to put her in a tag team again. Now, Paige with another member, maybe that'd be kind of cool. But yeah, we've already played this out twice this year alone. It was already annoying when they repeated it with Liv. So
yeah. Guys, if you're enjoying the content, if you're enjoying all this news, make sure you hit that like button. Share today's show in your favorite wrestling group. If you're watching on Facebook, tag your friends in the comment section so they can join the conversation, all right? Engage with the show. Throw off those happy emojis, those angry emojis, those love emojis. Engage as much as you can with the show, which means share that link or you smash that like button. Do that right now. Let's get into our next story here. Roman Reigns has been a figure that has been talked about a lot since WrestleMania, since he's been crowned the WWE Undisputed Universal Champion. And we reported last week about the new contract that Roman Reigns has, where he is expected to attend most of the stadium shows, do some TV stuff, but he's not going to be doing as much live events. Today, we get a report with an update on what we can expect from the Tribal Chief schedule. What's up here?
So we previously reported that he will be appearing at Money in the Bank on July 2nd, SummerSlam on July 30th, Clash at the Castle on September 3rd. It has been announced by WWE themselves that the champion will be appearing at SmackDown on July 22nd, which is not quite the go home, but basically the penultimate SmackDown before you get to SummerSlam. He'll be at Raw, which is the go home, before SummerSlam, and he'll be at SmackDown on the 29th, which is the go home as well, which is the day before SummerSlam, as SummerSlam is on a Saturday this year in July. So he'll be on the two SmackDowns before and the Raw before, all leading up to SummerSlam. It'd be interesting to see what plays out. Obviously, can go a lot of ways with the Money in the Bank winner. If it happens to be Cody and he calls his shot ahead of time or something like that, or if it's a completely different plan. But a lot of that will probably be sorted out by that first weekend in July.
Yeah, so for all of you that were freaked out that you weren't going to see Roman on TV, don't worry. He will be on TV. So it's going to suck for a lot of the live event fans that are expecting to see him in a live event and may not see him there. So it's all good. But, when you're talking about Roman Reigns, you also have to talk about Paul Heyman. We recently had an exclusive interview with Paul Heyman. Kevin Cullum was able to conduct that interview yesterday, and he had some pretty racy things to say, especially when talking about not only the tribal chief, but also the question that fans have been asking ever since Roman's ascension to the top is his match against his cousin, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Kevin got pretty deep into it with Paul, but Paul had a very interesting response to that question. So we're going to go ahead and play that clip for you guys so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Here we go.
Are there other worthy opponents that are looming on the horizon? Because there's some that fans keep bringing up. There is the one match that is tied by blood that everyone keeps bringing up, and people ask you about it all the time. Is it going to happen? Are we going to see a battle within the family between Roman Reigns and his significant family member, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson?
That's up to Dwayne Johnson. If Dwayne Johnson wants to be embarrassed and humiliated, smashed in front of the entire world against Roman Reigns, he's welcome to step in against the tribal chief. My goodness, what box office that would be. I'm imagine the box office that could be driven by Roman Reigns versus Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, in which you get to see the tribal chief smash The Rock.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. It'd be significant. And now, what is there been any rumblings of that? Is that something on the horizon you think is a possibility, or is it just simply just a dream match until a dream becomes a reality?
I had a friend who was a very prominent litigator, and you used to be involved in lawsuits that were hundreds of millions of dollars. Exxon Mobil and AT&T and multi-million-dollar corporations, way beyond the scope of most people's imagination. And he would tell stories that sometimes he'd go into the CEO and say, well, the settlement offer is $350 million. And the CEOs would say, I want $1 billion. And he would say to the opposition, cut me the check. And he'd walk into the CEO's office and he'd put down a check for $350 million and say, take a good look at it, and then tell me now. We can speculate all we want about Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson stepping into the ring with Roman Reigns. It's masturbatory fantasies. Until there's a piece of paper in front of us with Dwayne Johnson's signature.
So we have some powerful statements saying that the matchup between The Rock and Roman Reigns is a masturbatory fantasy.
Calling all the people that want it jerk offs, apparently.
Well, Kevin's getting the rub all over social media today, so from this interview. But when you heard that, I just laughed when I heard that statement. It's kind of true until it's on paper. It's just a masturbatory dream fantasy.
Yeah. I think he knows that we know that it's coming. See what I did there. So he's playing the character. He's not breaking kayfabe when discussing the elephant in the room, when we all know that it's probably going to happen at WrestleMania 39. We already reported it earlier, about a week ago, that Vince has already penciled this in along with Becky Lynch and Ronda Rousey. So it's just Paul's job to keep the kayfabe up and keep the bloodline protected.
Guys, check out the full interview on our YouTube channel. He dives into the bloodline. He dives in to the investment of Roman Reigns. A great interview. Kevin Kellam really killed it with that. So again, thanks to WWE and thanks to Paul Heyman for that interview, and also thanks to Kevin. So check it out. It's available right now in its entirety on our YouTube channel. Last night on AEW Dynamite, we had a debut of Johnny Elite as the Joker facing Samoa Joe last night on AEW Dynamite during the Owen Hart tournament. And fans had a massive reaction, but I think that fans thought that this was another Johnny and not necessarily this Johnny, right?
Yeah, a lot of people, probably just because of what Ciampa did the other a few hours before Dynamite went on the air. A lot of people thought that it was Gargano. And to be fair, when you looked at trying to guess who the Joker was, I said it myself on Twitter. Morrison was not in my top 5 of people that I thought
anybody's.
No, it was. I did not see a single person expect Johnny Elite to come in. But maybe we should have expected it because Johnny Game Changer is coming to GCW not in the very near future. So he is starting to kind of be a lot more visible than he has been outside of some appearances, I think, in Mexico and whatnot with his wife, Ty Valkyrie. So it was a good surprise. And we got a little clarification from PW Insider that he has not signed with AEW at this time, but the door is open to future appearances. So, and of course, the AEW on TNT Twitter account, I don't know if that's ran by Warner Media, I'm assuming it is, accidentally tagged Gargano. Oops. But no, this was Johnny Elite, better known as John Morrison. And so he has been working in AAA lately. And yeah, he's recently challenged Hijo de Vikingo. I gotta get my pronunciations correct. Yeah, I gotta get my I's or E's and A's or A's and get that sorted out. I don't speak as much Spanish as I used to when I took it in college. But he will be in GCW literally 9 days from now on the 28th.
And he was in Bloodsport, so I mean, that was awesome seeing him there. But it's interestingly enough now that Johnny Elite, John Morrison, is the only person that's competed in more than 20 promotions in the United States. It's kind of amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Johnny Drip Drip would have won if he had the drip stick. 100% he would have won that.
Man, what a dumb gimmick.
Yeah. you didn't want to get caught in the splash zone,
man. I don't know. It was funny at times, but yes, dumb gimmick. So it'd be cool to see him. I mean, the match itself was a little sloppy.
It was a little sloppy, right?
Yeah, he might have been. He may have been away from the ring for a little while. But he's never. These guys have been in the business over 20 years each, and he's never worked with Joe either. So. That's going to happen as well. But
I mean, when you're supposed to start off with a collar elbow tie up and you just smash the guy with an elbow, and then you see Joe's reaction, it's like, all right, I'll see what was going by. I see how we're going to do this.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. Well, it'd be cool to see him, but at the same time, we got so many people in there that we don't see on a daily basis, and it's hard to get through on AEW. There's just so many people in the roster right now.
Yeah.
I wonder if he wouldn't do better in Impact at this point. But hey, seeing him in GCW is even just as good. Doing the Cardona route too.
Yeah, and even like his 450 splash, like he crashed that. Like that wasn't very
short. He landed short on that.
Yeah, there was a lot of things. There was a lot of things that wasn't very smooth about that match, but. Fans were excited to see him nonetheless, and I think again it goes back to what I was saying. I think fans thought it was another Johnny, and not specifically that Johnny, because it wasn't on anybody's radar.
Yeah, then everybody thought the Joker for the females was going to be Taya, which I kind of thought could be possible. I even said Taya's name, and I also mentioned the actual Joker I mentioned on Top Story with Maki Ito. And I'm very happy that Maki Ito is back in AEW. I love her. She is awesome. I hope she's here to stay. I don't know if she's going to be here to
A
stay.
lot of mixed reactions on last on
Yeah,
that
people
Joker.
work themselves up to think.
Yeah, I know, but
yeah.
again, when you're looking to kind of feel what the entire community is kind of gauging and reacting to, it was really 50-50 on Maki Ito last night. Like there was just some people that were putting gifs of just like to turn off the TV, like I don't want to watch this anymore. There were some people that are really excited. So a 50-50
And she
thing,
got a big pop when she got
did.
announced, so.
She did. She was very well received last night. I can't deny that.
Yeah.
Let's get into our last story. Naomi has been a topic all week, ever since Monday Night Raw, where she walked out with her tag team partner, Sasha Banks. Apparently, there was some disputes or creative decisions that weren't sitting or aligning with them. And it's been a topic all week. Was this the right thing to do? Was this the wrong thing to do? Was it professional? Was it unprofessional? And that's still something to be debated. But today we're finding a little bit more details on what's going on with Naomi's actual contract status with WWE and what can we expect from this. So, Jeremy, what are the details with Naomi's contract right now?
Well, according to Dave Meltzer with Wrestling Observer, Naomi's contract is actually set to expire in the near future. It is not known exactly when the deal is up, but it is very soon, which is very interesting. She had been negotiating with the company about an extension as of late, but of course, with all this, it dropped on Monday. A lot of that is up in the air now because we still don't know any finalities. We don't know if they're going to be on SmackDown. You know, a lot of that may not be answered until tomorrow night when we actually have SmackDown on the air. But if Naomi's contract is up very soon, that means she could go anywhere at any time at the drop of a hat the day after that contract or the day of that contract expiring. So if WWE does not want to release her where she has to sit 90 days, she's going to be free immediately. And, you know, obviously Impact and AEW are going to be definitely calling her to get into the ring if that's the case. We're gonna, we've already beaten this to death. So basically, we just got to sit and wait and see what happens on Friday.
Yeah, you're absolutely right about that. I'm one to think that I'm expecting for her to resign for the simple fact that her husband is, a tag team champion and Jimmy Uso. She's very well acquainted with the family, with Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns has sway there. As much as people don't want to think of it this way, it's all politics sometimes backstage, especially in the WWE, at a global brand like that. There are going to be some politics involved. And I think that Naomi's positioned in a good place, being in the good graces of our tribal chief. Again, this is total speculation, my opinion, not total fact. But again, this is just kind of like the feeling that I'm getting. I don't expect her to be in AEW. I don't expect her to be in Impact. I think she's a WWE lifer. But again, I could be 100% wrong, and I've been wrong in the past. But I can't see her being in. Where do you put her in AEW? Well, I mean, the roster, we said it a little bit ago, the roster is so packed and so deep. Where do you put her and where do you feature her? She's not going to want to be on AEW Dark Elevation on YouTube. Fuck that.
Yeah, well, if she doesn't have any other job, then it might not be a bad alternative. So,
well, yeah, true that. We did have one last piece of news before we head out here, and this is some news regarding Up, Up, Down, Down. Jeremy, you are the expert in the world of video games. What's the latest with Up, Up, Down, Down?
Good news for those that are fans of the channel. The one of the long running series is on Up, Up, Down, Down. Battle of the Brands is back, and yes, that means Tyler Breeze is back on the channel. So that's pretty cool. Of course, Tyler Breeze was released some time ago by WWE, but has not wrestled since. I don't think he's even wrestled a match since. But he is busy with his Flatbacks Wrestling Academy with Sean Spears down in Florida. And I'm sure he may be happy of just running that the rest of his life. I don't know. I honestly don't think he's wrestled a match, to be honest. If somebody knows better, let me know. I know Dango has. We saw him in GCW a couple.
Yeah.
He was in Effie's Gay Brunch, taking on Allie Catch in a great match. And he's wrestling coming up again soon. But Breeze, I don't think has wrestled at all. And so it's very cool to see him back in. Obviously we ain't going to get Adam Cole and probably not Cesaro, depending on where he lands. those guys aren't going to be back in. But I bet they probably okayed Breeze because he isn't actively wrestling right now.
Makes sense. Makes sense. We also did want to. I actually wanted to go over another piece of news here before we head out for the evening, and that is the Wrestling Entertainment Series promotion that started up. We started reporting on yesterday. We saw that Lena Fernandez, formerly known as Nia Jax, will be joining the roster and in their show coming up in the UK. But some other announcements that they've announced: Matthew Rehwoldt, former WWE superstar, will be on the announce table along with Jonathan Coachman. And this is looking like it's setting up to be a really good show. The show is going to be at Motor Point Arena in Nottingham in the UK. The live stream on pay-per-view will be Saturday, June 4th. Bell time starts at 7:30 UK time, so that'll probably be around midnight our time on the eastern side.
Other way around.
Sorry.
It'll be afternoon.
Afternoon, yeah. So sorry about that. Yeah. So yeah. Now, well, hold on. 7:30 p.m.
in the UK. There. If it's 7:30 in the UK,
before, 5 hours before, right?
Yeah, it'll be a little afternoon here.
Yeah. 5 hours before, so around 2:30 in the afternoon. So yeah, so that show looks really good, as you guys can see on the poster there. Adam Scherr, Alistair Overeem, Killer Cross, Samurai del Sol, and Dango, Dirty Dango. He's on that.
That's what I was seeing. Well. I knew he was wrestling somewhere soon.
Mojo Rawley and formerly known as the Authors of Pain, now known as the Legion of Pain. So this is looking so far to be a good show.
Yeah.
But I did want to kind of cover. There's a lot of former WWE guys that are being part of this new project, and I love that the fact that they're calling it sports entertainment. They're not really calling it wrestling.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I'm going to definitely should be around on that day. I might not be around on that day, actually. I might have to go to a kid's birthday party that day. So
I probably might have to pick out the replay.
Yeah, I might have to catch it on the replay later on. But a good looking card, a lot of great superstars. Great. Yeah. That's a cool announce team. Rainwald is doing a good job at Impact Wrestling. Of course, he announced that he's basically retiring very soon. He may only have a couple matches left in him, but he does good work with Tom over on Impact. So.
Mm-hmm. All right, guys. Well, we want to thank you so much for hanging out with us here on the Top Story. Tomorrow is Freestyle Friday. It's just going to be Kevin and Jeremy because I have an assignment. I can't be here tomorrow afternoon. So make sure you get your questions ready for tomorrow. Sound off in the comments. Thank you so much for joining us. Remember to subscribe to our channel on Twitch. We are well on our way. I think we already doubled what we started with in this week. So we appreciate you guys for showing the support on Twitch. And again, also make sure you are subscribed to our YouTube channel. Well on our way to 30,000 subscribers. Make sure you smash that notification bell so you don't miss when we drop brand new content. We got that brand new Paul Heyman exclusive interview available right now on our YouTube channel. So make sure you head on over there, check out the full interview, share it with your friend, and hit that like button. So thank you so much, guys. For Jeremy Bennett, follow him at JB Huskers on the Twitter machine. Follow me at Jose G Official on the Instagram, TikTok, and on Twitter. So that's it for tonight, guys. Thank you so much. We'll see you tomorrow. And as always, when you're watching wrestling, you have to do that one most important thing. You need to take a deep breath. You need to let it out slowly. And just remember to do what, Jeremy?
Enjoy wrestling. Yeah.
To talk to them.
Let me talk to you.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.